Who was Nerva in ancient Rome? Nerva was an interesting emperor that was both incapable and yet brilliant. Maybe you've heard of Domitian, maybe not. Domitian was one of the most complex emperors. He ruled for quite a while and was the most authoritarian emperor Rome had yet seen. He sought always to insult and disempower the Senate, and this made him lots of enemies. But clever Domitian raised the pay of the legions by 1/3, and this made him very popular among the rank and file. In the end, it did not matter how much the Senate hated Domitian, because the legions would not lift a finger against him. Eventually, Domitian was assassinated. The legions were not happy, but did not march on Rome to appoint an emperor of their choosing. This left only the Senate to choose the next emperor. The Senate approached this with a number of qualifications in mind. Oh, that way if he was terrible, he would not be on the throne long. A senator. The Senate wanted someone who would not undercut their power or positions. Childless. This way, the next emperor could be chosen wisely. One man seemed to meet these qualifications: Nerva. Nerva was an old, rich senator who was well-liked and easygoing. He stepped into the role at the age of 66, which was very old for the time. Nerva realized that he was in a weak place. While the Senate backed him, the legions hated the man. They believed he was hindered the assassination of Domitian, and thus were never going to take orders from Nerva. To gain support, Nerva set about spending tons of money. He lowered taxes on the poorest Romans significantly. He cut taxes on the rich. Domitian had confiscated land from the rich nobles he hated. Nerva returned this land. He gave a generous donation to the Praetorian Guard. While this gained him support from the people, it did not gain him the love of the Senate or the legions. While the Senate did not hate him, they did like him spending tons of money on the poor. Nerva's reign was a failure. His reforms did not help the economy much and drained the treasury. But Nerva did one thing so great it makes him the first of the 5 good emperors. He appointed a famous general named Trajan to be his heir. Trajan was not born in Rome, making him the first non-Roman to rule. This gave the Senate pause about his appointment. But the legions were ecstatic over this. They loved the idea of the legendary Trajan taking the throne. When Trajan took the throne after Nerva died 15 months into his reign,